Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bomber Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow of Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, we back, man. Appreciate everybody for checking in. We're going to talk about Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, rebroadcast, rematch, the rebroadcast numbers not being so good. AMA say something about the trilogy they got coming up. They got it penciled in for October the 3rd, I believe. So let's talk about the rebroadcast numbers. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. I'll drop the article links in the description so you know that they're real. And yeah, man, they replayed the fight Friday night. I announced it on my other page. They replayed it about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They played the main card with Sebastian Fondor taking on Daniel Lewis, and Mayor Nervete taking on some guy I never heard of, and also Charles Martin beating on Gerald Washington. And then the main event was Wilder and Fury. I watched it. The majority of the card. I went back and rewatched it, but it only averaged 477,000. And remember, this is during the the coronavirus. Most people supposed to be in the crib. Well, a lot of people still not in the crib. Well, not no sports going on at all. No NBA, no basketball. You know what I'm saying? They was playing some OJ 30 for 30 yesterday, a little bit, but nothing really else going on. And for it only to average 477,000, just tell you that these dudes don't have no appeal. Nobody really liked the fight. The fight was hyped for one night because I think it was a shocker with Wilder saying Fury couldn't punch and underestimating him like an idiot. He got knocked out. That was the shock value, but it showed that the majority of Americans didn't care for the fight. And I'm telling y'all, man, once no Deontay Wilder, once no Tyson Fury or no AJ, these dudes not household pay-per-view fights. You know what I'm saying? This is why boxing should go back on regular TV. But I don't know what's wrong with ESPN and whatever the algorithm they running or whatever. It's just not a boxing network. You know, you got to build that capital up with the fans. You got to build that rapport with the fans so boxing can be synonymous with ESPN and not just fight Friday night fights on ESPN2. That's the problem. You got to build the clout up with the fans. The fans still not used to seeing boxing on ESPN, and for the majority of Americans to be out of work and probably be at home or on their tablets, on their TVs, on their laptops or desktop computers and get less than 500,000 people to watch the replay. Let me put that in perspective for you. 488,000 watched the replay of Wilder Fury 1, on Showtime. Showtime only have they have a limited subscriber base. I think it's like 28 or 22 million people that subscribe to Showtime. I'm not sure what the exact number is, but they only got that many people watching. ESPN is unlimited. It comes with basic cable. Most people got basic cable now. After years and years not having it, my grandparents got it. So majority of everybody then transferred over to cable from that digital analog. And I think the digital analog, when a regular TV went away from the regular antenna and went to the digital antenna, I think a lot of people just chose at that point just to get cable. Well, it just shows you, man, that the fight wasn't appealing. That these dudes are not, appealing to the crowds. And also ESPN and the Boxing Network. People still ain't accepted it. No other sports owned for the most part. NBA TV been playing some replays of some old NBA games, but nothing on. The replay of Wilder Fury, they play it. And still, they can't even eclipse 1 million. You play it for free, even though everybody know the outcome. You play it for free, give an opportunity for people to see how the WBC lineal title was won by Tyson Fury. You play it for free, and people still don't watch it during the coronavirus. ESPN got a bigger problem. I believe if Fox played it on FS1, they got more than 477,000 people to watch it. ESPN got a problem. The majority of their fan bases on ESPN don't like boxing. No matter if they put on top tier fights or bottom tier fights, their numbers gonna always be in the hundreds of thousands right now. So they gotta find a way to change that. I don't know what it is for Bob Arum gotta change, but he can't keep up with what Al Heyman doing on Fox. Al Heyman could put the dookie emoji versus smiley face crying emoji and it's going to do $1 million. You know what I'm saying? He put Kanowski and Hellenius. They did over $1 million. So this ain't a Loma. This ain't a Crawford. This ain't a Shakur thing. This is a top-ranked ESPN thing. They got to figure out a way to really, make boxing fans tap in. And they promoting hard, though. They running their promos hard. It's just that the people that watch ESPN don't care. They changing the channel. They'd rather watch a movie. They'd rather watch Hulu. They'd rather watch Netflix. So, you would think you get $100 card for the free ball. Free 99. And people still don't want to tap in and watch it. The numbers is horrible. Anytime you do less numbers than Showtime, which is tanking bad. It's like the Titanic for boxing. You got a problem. So Bob Arum may want to go, put some lip gloss on them lips, pucker them up, and go kiss Peter Nielsen and HBO ass and bring HBO back. Because this partnership with ESPN, it ain't what's happening in these streets. And people forget Al Heyman had the partnership first with ESPN. He had it with everybody, and they got mad and they started hating on him. He had it on AB. I think he had it with NBC, CBS, Spike. That switched to Paramount Network, I think it is. They was telling me. He had it with NBC Sports. Al Heyman had it with, Showtime. He had it with everybody in ESPN because Santa Cruz and Abner Mares 1 was on ESPN. So Al Heyman then did it all. He done seen it all and did it all like Jeezy. But, those disappointing numbers, man. Had this been a regular Wednesday night and people coming home from work, I would understand it. But you get $100 card for free and you can see how material just showed you that people probably watched some of the undercard and turned away from it. They should have just showed the main event and seen what the numbers look like. But the retention, they got to understand the retention is going to be terrible. And that's going to hurt the average. That's going to hurt the peak. Even though there's really no such thing as a peak, according to Stephen Espinoza. It's going to hurt the peak because you bullshitting on the undercard. Man, that undercard should have been like Marvel versus Capcom, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It should have been PBC fighter versus top rank fighter. But these motherfuckers conditioned to have, they scared they fighter going to lose. And that be Al Heyman. Al Heyman be scared his fighter's going to lose. He trying to protect these motherfuckers and protect their O. Just because you retire with an O, which the majority of them still gonna get beat by somebody you don't see coming. That don't make you a Hall of Famer. He ain't got one Hall of Famer on his network. Maybe you could say Deontay a Hall of Famer because it's 10 title defenses, but who else? Pacquiao not with them no more. Floyd then retired. Who was he building to a star? People say AB ain't no Hall of Famer, bruh. Motherfucker's a joke, but hey, it is what it is. They keep playing it safe in boxing. This is the result you're going to get. Bob Arum got bigger problems. This is probably why he's selling Top Rank. ESPN got bigger problems. They got to get back to the drawing board on how they going to promote this boxing and market this boxing to get people to check it out. Until then, it's going to be looking like this for a while. But, yeah, they penciling in Wilder Fury 2 for October 3rd. I like how they penciling in shit when you don't know when this shit going to be over. You know what I'm saying? I would just wait and see what happens. I don't think nobody taking the coronavirus serious. No matter how many bodies drop, no matter, how many people lose their mothers, their sisters, their cousins, their dads, their nephews, their nieces, their sons, no matter what they lose, people not taking it serious. Just wait and see. Tomorrow we gonna push it to October 3rd. Like, man, this shit may not be over, in no time. You got these fighters that's training at home. It's gonna be a lot of excuses. Well, I didn't get a proper training camp because of coronavirus. Just wait till it blow over. These motherfuckers don't do shit but fight once a year anyway. That's it. All they do is fight once a year. So when it's officially over, then you start making fights, you start making plans. But they got a short amount of time to get all these fighters paid. How do you maximize the short amount of time by getting these fighters paid? Guess what? Working together. If these niggas don't work together on a consistent basis from when this is over with, let's say it's over with in May. Worst case scenario, June. So June, they start scheduling fights. If they don't work together to maximize these dates, and work together, it ain't going to be enough fight dates unless they cram They cram the undercard, and that's what they ain't trying to do. Even though the budget looking better now. Because instead of, you had 12 months of money to play with, you probably took away March, you take away April, you could take away May, it may look like. So now you got 12 extra weeks of money to play with. Maybe even a little bit longer. They let them get in shape. You might have 16 extra weeks to play with. So they got the money to do it. The budget is there. So they just gonna stack a lot of undercards. So it's gonna go back to like what that was, 2017, when PBC didn't have a lot of show dates on Showtime. They was limited and they just stacked the cards. You might get back to that. You might get real treats. But my whole thing, if they want to maximize and get the best fans the best fights, get the fans the best fights, it's time to work together, bro, on a consistent basis. It's time to work together. No ifs, ands, buts about it. It's time to send some fighters to the zone, send some fighters to Premier Boxing Champions, send some fighters to Top Rank, and they need to start working together down the stretch and see what it hit like. You protecting fighters that ain't gonna be shit anyway. You'd rather your fighter lose to Rosario instead of lose to a Teixeira? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's time for these dudes to start working together, but for Wilder Fury 2 October 3rd, it's gonna be the same thing. It's going to be repeat. A lot of motherfuckers crossing their fingers and they hoping and they praying and that Wilder, man, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Motherfucker got the drop on him. You know what I'm saying? Unless he gets somebody in camp that could teach him how to do the fundamentals over again, how to punch to the body, how to punch with variety, how to punch in combination. It's over again. Knuckle in, knuckle out. Wilder still got knocked out. All right? Don't matter. Fury gonna get down on him again. He gonna come in the same shape. Wilder just don't have the skills to hang Jermaine with Tyson Fury, and people need to accept that, man. But you gotta know this. People still following these goofball niggas on the internet. No matter how stupid their rebuttals is, no matter how stupid their excuses is. All right, no matter what, no matter how stupid or silly they look. You got a cornball stunting with a Tesla, nigga. Why care about no Tesla? Nigga supposed to be so hood, you know what I'm saying, stunt with a Tesla. Ain't nobody in the hood driving no electric hybrid cars, nigga. You supposed to be pro-black. You know what I'm saying? Former Republican congressman, bro. And it's still idiots, chumps out here that follow that nigga, man. That's what you got to understand. You can start a hustle. It could be as stupid as shit, licking toilet seats. Motherfucker gonna support it. You can't teach common sense. That's how I can spot a mark or a cornball. When you don't know how to count your losses, dog, you know what I'm saying? And you don't know how to eat that, you don't know how to move on. You know what I'm saying? You let somebody mind fuck you, man. That's how you know how you can identify that. But Fury gonna beat his ass again. Unless they got some agreement where Fury truly cheated, and he gonna lay down for Wilder for cheating. Or Wilder just took some hush money. It don't matter, man. You got people like Dillian White saying he shouldn't take the rematch. Well, he got to take the rematch. This going to be his last payday if he lose. This going to be his last payday. You know what I'm saying? Because after Fury get done with him, ain't no coming back from this shit, man. He should just retire. He should. I mean, I know the triangle theory don't work. Well, AJ possibly could beat Fury. He come back and fight AJ. But they only gonna offer him like $1 million, $2 million. He gonna get a cheap ass buyout and pay. But I expect Tyson Fury to proceed to do the same thing, bro. It's not a black thing. It's not a white thing. It's a boxing thing. You know what I'm saying? Deontay just got a lot of flaws, bro. He got weight with using that right hand, but it's always that one that can eat it and take it. He gonna get the same ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? Unless he change a lot up. It's a lot he got to change up. Bringing his base in. You know what I'm saying? Getting on his toes every now and again. Learning how to punch in the body, punch on the ends. He don't know how to fight. It's a lot. It's too much ground to make up. Too much ground to make up. He gonna get the Beast Padres put on him. That's just not speaking from a fanboy's point of view. I'm speaking from a boxing analyst point of view. It's just It's going to be tough, uphill battle. But, hey, let me know what you guys think. I'll link both articles in the description. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out there if you got a question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, whatever situation may be. Shout out to the brother that made the donation on Cash App. You can donate Cash App, PayPal. Best way to donate for your boy is to share the video. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you guys think about the replay numbers. 477,000 average. Showtime, the first fight averaged 488,000. And October 3rd being the 10th.